Hey you guys, welcome to Stitch and Hustle. I'm Michelle. I am super excited for today's segment. We are going to be talking about cotton, all of the cotton. I love cozy season as much as any crocheter or knitter. All the chunky knits, all the chunky wools, all the crochet blankets. But I developed this love for cotton in the last year or two that has just grown and grown and grown. And now I also look forward to like spring and summer in a way I didn't before. It's kind of cool. Okay, so first up is, I know Mama's not supposed to have any favorites. I know, but I do. My favorite is Wool and the Gang Shiny Happy Cotton. And anyone who knows me knows that I work with that brand a lot. They did not pay me to say this. I want to be really clear. This is an entirely honest, complete review of cottons. No endorsements were paid for or promoted. I want to be really clear. Still my fave. It is Shiny Happy Cotton, and it's amazing. Okay, so the first reason that I love it is that it is thicker than most of the cottons that I found on the market. Most of them are DK or sport weight or even finer, like fingering weight. And this is a true worsted weight. This is a thick cotton, and it is spun so well that I can do so much with it. It works for knit, it works for crochet. In fact, the design that I'm wearing right now, which is my Newport Cardi, is made from and designed with Wool and the Gang Shiny Happy Cotton. And what I love is that this was made with a little bit of an open stitching, but the yarn still kept the stitch definition. But as you can see, it has a really great drape and flow. And this has been washed a lot because I basically live in it since I've made it. So I'm really impressed with how this has been holding up. The other thing that's really cool is that usually you have to mercerize a cotton to get it so shiny. And this is not mercerized at all. This is pure organic cotton. And so I don't know how they got the shine to keep in their dye process, but it's very cool because they didn't sacrifice that shiny of Shiny Happy Cotton by not mercerizing. And just real quick, back to the stitch definition, as much as this cotton has an amazing drape and hang, you can use it for something with a much more structured stitch. So for example, this is my Obi cardigan, which was on the cover of last fall's issue of Heavily Hooked magazine. And you can see that this really holds the stitch definition and the shapes and the structure of the sleeve. And so while my Newport Cardi kind of hangs and flows, the Obi cardigan is a very structured garment, and it's made and designed with Shiny Happy Cotton. So that's the other reason why it's number one on my list, because it really can be anything. I love it so much. Okay, so there are many close seconds. Let's get into it. Next up is Universal Yarn Cotton Supreme and Cotton Supreme Batik. That is their variegated version, and the Cotton Supreme are their solids. And I love it so much. These are fantastic. These are also a worsted weight, so they're thicker. Like I said, most cottons are a thinner DK or sport weight. I really love the texture when these work up. This is sea glass. The color, check out that. And I used this to design my Montgomery sweater, and it really was just so amazing. So the whole sweater is cotton, and it's got this really cool self-striping, so I do love the way that the yarn dyeing on the variegated worked. I also used this for my mammoth poncho, and look at how that neck, that shape is held. Now, if you saw me go to VKL in New York, you know I lived in this. I mean, lived in it. And it has been washed and worn and loved, and it is held up. So this is another great, amazing cotton, Universal Cotton Supreme. This colorway is called Mod. And again, I love that the yarn did most of the work for me with the self-striping, and I just used the Cotton Supreme Solid Black for the neck and for the trim. And it really gave me this incredible print almost by the way the yarn was dyed, and I love it. Amazing drape and hang, super comfy. So yay, another fave. Okay, next up is a really, really interesting cotton discovery. Okay, so this is Pima cotton from Better Knit. And you get 232 yards in a ball, which is pretty decent size. It's thin, it's a DK weight for sure, and so it's great for like summer crochet tops. If you want to do like a tank top, it's really fantastic for that. I made a couple of with it in like a netted style in my cotton collection, and I also worked it up for my puff stitch helix beanie. And here comes the interesting cotton discovery. So this is the puff stitch helix beanie in the Better Knit Pima cotton, and I love it. And I'm gonna mess up my hair for you guys because that's how much I care about getting that cotton detail out. So you can see like it really held the stitches in the shape for a nice summer festival hat. And I use my puff stitch helix. And actually the pattern comes for 4 weights, so you can make a hat for all seasons. And yeah, so there. So this is the Pima cotton from Better Knit, and as you can see, it really holds it nicely. It shapes and it's draped great. Here comes the discovery. I don't have a ball, but I also worked up We Are Knitters Pima cotton, which was also 232 yards and is a DK weight. And that's this color. And you guys, they're identical. I mean, the cottons are almost identical. I would venture to say they are identical. Different colors, different companies, but the hang, the way they worked up, I love it. So if you have one company that has more colors that you want, like this is made from the We Are Knitters wine. And you can see it hangs the puff stitch. I don't really like hats, you guys. I'm doing this for you. The puff stitch hangs and drapes just as nicely. So these two I worked up with the We Are Knitters Pima cotton and this one with the Better Knit Pima cotton. And I love them all. So those are great DK weight options. 232 yards is pretty decent. The other thing is that I use them for like an open cardigan. I don't have a sample, but Debbie Bliss cottons are also great DK weight. And I used that for one of my Saratoga shrugs, and it was fantastic. And it is the same kind of texture and weight as these two are. So I'm going to put Debbie Bliss in the same category as this, which is really good. She has a little bit more fun, so like summer and pastels, but otherwise they're pretty interchangeable in terms of weight. Okay, next up is probably one of the coolest things ever that happened to me in cottons. Okay, so this is a bulky cotton. You guys, bulky cotton. I know your mind is probably blown as much as mine. Okay, and it's organic, and it's from a small handmade business called Northside Knit Co. And it's organically dyed. This skein is dyed with black beans, you guys. Right? And I have some that's dyed with coffee, some that's dyed with avocado. I can't take full credit for this discovery because at Vogue Knitting in New York, Vogue Knit Live, my friend Chantal and I were having a very into the wee hours knit sesh at an establishment, and she had this bag that she had picked up that day from shopping. And I was like, what is that? And she's like, that's cotton. And I was like, what? That's cotton? And then I touched it. And then I smelled it, because I'm not gonna lie, their yarns even smell good. And so the next day, as soon as the market opened, Chantal and I met up, and she took me to the Northside Knit Co gals, and I totally stocked up. So this is going to be made into something fabulous just for me because it's a bulky cotton. It's spun beautifully. It really is. And you don't really see a lot of bulky cottons, and when you do, you don't see them spun so well. This is spun incredibly, and the dyeing is impeccable. I cannot wait to work this up. I've basically been holding it since I got back from Vogue Knit Live. Although I do have to say that I did take one skein and it was on the swatching blocks, the blocking mats, and so it's swatched up a little bit. So I know how much I love it already. Okay, another super cool recent find is Knit Loop from Germany. Look at that color pink. Isn't that vibrant? So this is a new company that's owned by a woman in Germany. It's a small business, independent, and I discovered them because one of my Instagram community members, Melanie, had been using their fibers and talking about Knit Loop, and she was using their alpaca and their chunky wool, and I was like, I need that. So I made a purchase and I emailed them, and I was so excited. They sent me a big box, and guess what? I was the first person in the USA to have Knit Loop. It was so cool. Okay, having said that, then I went back and bought more and I got their cotton. It is lovely. It's something between a worsted and a light worsted. I feel like you would need to do a wraps per inch on your ruler to make sure that you're using this right if you're substituting for something. But I have already started making some projects for summer with this, and it's fantastic. Their colors are great. So I got some grays and this amazing pink. What? Pink! And I'm really excited. And I love supporting, you know, women and small business in our community. So the fact that this is, you know, this really lovely woman in Germany, I'm like all over that. Plus it's good yarn. Fine. Okay, pause. Nourishment. Okay, so something else really cool is, have you guys heard of Paintbox yarns? They're part of the loveknitting.com and lovecrochet.com family, and these are the cutest little cotton balls ever. So now we're gonna have a little bit of cotton puppet theater. So I got these to try it out. These are definitely a DK weight cotton. So, you know, if you want that thicker vibe like we talked about earlier, you're not gonna get it, but these are amazing. So I also love the vibrant colors. They have amazing colors, and I got a rainbow so that I'm gonna make a rainbow top for someone that is gonna be fantastic. Okay, I also really love, well, hello, yellow and red. Oh, hello, orange and green. I love the size of these balls. Look at how small and cute they are. They are, what are they? Oh, they're 50 grams, 137 yards, which is amazing because you can literally get like just the amount you need. You don't end up with like more building up of your stash with all this excess yarn. So I was able to get enough for this rainbow pattern that I came up with and not go crazy and just get basically a ball of each color. Also, they're really fun in size. I don't know how to juggle, but if I did, I would be juggling these right now, and the colors are fun. So yay, I'm calling Paintbox Cotton DK excellent. And you can't see the blue and the purple because they're on the blocking mats right now, but I started the rainbow from the dark side down. Anyways, they're fantastic. They work up really, really well. It says to use a 4mm hook or needle. I went up, I did a 4.5, and I didn't have any problems. That might just be my tension, but just so you know, these are fantastic. Okay, so another super cool cotton discovery. I could not believe that this is 98% cotton. I could not believe it. It is Jersey Be Good from Wool and the Gang. And I couldn't believe it. And it's like that t-shirt yarn, which is really great for like home decor and baskets and all of that really good stuff. And it's so awesome. So I don't know if it's, let me see. Oh, the 2% is elastain. I was gonna say, I don't know if that 2% is polyester. It's elastain, so I guess that gives it some stretchy, but it's super cool. It's kind of tubular, not flat, so I did have to become accustomed to working it up. This is the accent color. The color of my project is in my whips, and it's a hot mess right now, so you can't see it, but it's this beautiful wine color. So Jersey Be Good, and you get a pretty thick, look at that. It's a 500-gram roll. I mean, it is thick. And it is, you know, machine wash, dry flat, all the great things that I love about cotton. Yay! And speaking of baskets and home decor, I did a collaboration last year. You can see the basket that I keep my pom-poms in. See all my pom-poms? Ah. I keep them in this basket that I made using 100% cotton called, are you ready for this? It's called fettuccine. Fettuccine! And this is 100% cotton from Beta Knit in Italy. And it's really cool because this basket is using tapestry crochet, and this cotton is amazing for tapestry crochet. It's flat, so it's like tape. And at first I had to resist the urge to untwist it every time it got twisted. But once I got over that, I really liked it. It's thin. I don't know if I would use it for a garment. I would definitely use it for home items, rugs, baskets. I would definitely use it for like a summer blanket. Ooh, a summer blanket. I might be making a summer blanket now. That's a great idea. This would be so good for that. Yeah, and you get a lot. You get 200 grams, it's 218 yards. It's 100% cotton. I really like it. And you can see from this basket, it holds the structure pretty well. I didn't put like cord or cardboard or foam cord in here or anything like that. It's just my basket for where I keep my pom-poms. Okay, and I also want to tell you about Lion Brand 24/7. Now, I mentioned earlier about mercerizing to get that sheen. Lion Brand 24/7, I don't have a ball to show you, but I have this lovely Porto tunic garment. It is a mercerized cotton, and it's going to give you a different texture because of that mercerized process, but because of that, it's wound super, super tight, and it holds the fiber in real good, and it's got this shine. It's like shine. I feel like I should do like a Broadway number whenever I talk about the shine of cotton. Okay, I digress. Anyways, this is fantastic. So this was great for like beach cover-ups because you've got some weight, so you feel like you're, wearing something, but you've also got that lightness of a cotton. So this was my beach tunic. It's called the Porto tunic, and I use that open netting and then also just regular crochet stitching, and it really holds up nicely. You can see the shine because of the mercerized process. Now, if you were gonna make a garment like a sweater, I don't know if I would use this cotton because it's gonna get like chainmail heavy. But for a poncho, a beach tunic, a bag, beach bag, a tote, you could definitely use Lion Brand 24/7 cotton, and I'm a fan for those purposes. I think that they have like 100 bajillion colors also. They really did a great job of making sure that you could get all the colors. So that's kind of cool. So that's definitely on the good list of cottons. Yay! Okay, we have two more, and these are cotton blends. I wasn't sure if I was going to include cotton blends, but they're in the cotton family enough where I wanted to. The first is this Premier Yarns Cotton Fair Multi. And I needed to use something that was a cotton blend because I needed it to be washable. It's for a baby, and I feel like a cotton acrylic blend just would, like a mom's gonna want to throw stuff in the washing machine, right? So I felt that this was a safe bet to go with. I love the like little popsicle summer pastel colorway that they've got going on here. It's super thin. It's a sport weight at most. So I did double it up for the project, and it's 52% cotton, 48% acrylic. You get 317 yards in a 100-gram ball, and it's just a cute little, if you need something quick and economical for a cotton project, this is definitely one to go for. Again, it's super thin, sport weight at most. Okay, and then the last but not least on the list is Bamboo Pop. This is 50% cotton and 50% bamboo. I have never worked with bamboo, so I feel like this was a good introduction for me into bamboo as I was finishing up learning about the cottons, and I love it. I'm making a tank top right now for summer that's going to be fantastic. I really like how they, I don't know if it's the twist because of the way the yarn is made up, the DNA of the yarn being 50-50, but can you see the colors? Let me move in a little bit. Can you see? Look at that color. Yeah, right? Yeah, it's good. They have great colors. I'm doing purple, gray, and black because, you know, grayscale with a little bit of bamboo, pop, for color. So I'm definitely a fan. So far my project is going really well and I'm really pleased with it. And like I said, I never worked with bamboo, so it's a new transition having learned about cottons. There are a lot of cottons. I encourage you to go try them all. If you're only near a Hobby Lobby, there I Love This Cotton is a really great starter cotton. I used it for a lot of projects when I was, you know, kind of figuring out the cottons, and it was just an easy thing to get and swatch, and then I wanted to like grow in cottons and learn all about them. But I encourage you to go get a ball of all of them, swatch them up and try them. Learn about the fiber that you're going to be using because it's really going to make your project come out better, and I think that you'll enjoy it more knowing a little bit more about the fiber. I know I do. And I'm super excited because I'm going to be doing my second round of cottons soon, and I can't wait to find even more cottons to discover. So that's it. Thank you so much for joining us on our cotton journey. Remember to like or comment below. And if there's a cotton that you love that I didn't mention, please comment below. Let me know. I'll check it out. I would love to discover a new cotton. And don't forget to subscribe to Stitch and Hustle so you never miss a stitch. And I'll see you next time. Thanks for watching.